This week on Thomas Talk, it's time to talk toys. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Thomas Talk. I'm your host, Josh. Now, one popular part of the Thomas the Tank Engine franchise is the merchandise that coincides with the show. There are very popular ranges of the show, ranging from Wooden Railway or Trackmaster or Minis or Take and Play or Hornby or Bachmann or Lionel, or there's a whole list of them, and there's lots to collect from. One question that I get asked a lot is, well, what range do I buy? Where do I get the trains? What is the most value for money? And just, what do I buy? There's so many different options. Now, the correct answer for you really depends on what you're looking for. If you want something really realistic to the show, then I would go for Hornby or Bachmann. The Hornby and Bachmann electric ranges of toys are very fun and very realistic. They have lots of details. If you're going for more TV accurate side of things, I would go for Bachmann. If you're going for Railway series, I would go for Hornby. But they're both really nice ranges, and they really are good value for money. Bachmann releases a new set of engines and rolling stock and buildings usually every year. If not, then it's every 2 years. Hornby was just discontinued and now it's back again for the 70th anniversary, which is great. You can buy the first 6 members of the steam team: Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, and Bachmann has a whole lineup of engines. Right now, Hornby is only available in the United Kingdom and Australia, in English-speaking languages, that is. And Bachmann is only available in North America and Australia as well, actually. Hornby is a little bit more expensive than Bachmann, but that does not mean that Bachmann's bad. Personally, I prefer Bachmann, but Hornby has a very nice little charm to it. Another way, if you're going for realistic electric trains, is the Lionel series of Thomas and Friends, which I collect. I have the first 4 that they released: Thomas, Percy, James, and Diesel. I never got my hands on Ari and Bert. They are now remote control with a Lion Chief remote, so I'm not a big fan of it. I was quite happy with the analog controller, but that's a good way to go too, and the prices are pretty fair on them. One thing that you can know for sure with Lionel is that even though the engines may not be 100% accurate, they are built to last. They are full quality and they are worth every penny just for those reasons. Now, if you're looking for something that isn't full of electricity, then a good option for you is Wooden Railway. It is a bit more on the pricier side because it's made of wood, but they are incorporating more and more plastic into it now, and it's all wooden track, and it's the most traditional range of Thomas toys, I think, and it's one of the longest running ones as well. Now, the Wooden Railway is available in most English-speaking countries. I don't know about non-English-speaking countries, to be honest with you. I've spotted Wooden Railway all over the place, so I'm sure that if you pop by a local department store or toy store or whatever, then you'll be able to find it. The nice thing that I remember about Wooden Railway is that they used to sell it at the local toy stores, but now it's been a bit more department store-ized. I guess that's the right way to put it, because now you have to get them at Walmart or Target and those big box stores. So all the little toy stores have lost the Wooden Railway, but they are slowly bringing them back, which is nice. Now, if you're looking for kids' toys, but stuff that you don't want to push along with your hands, then the right option for you is Trackmaster. Trackmaster has just been redeveloped and redesigned to be faster and better. I don't think it's faster and better. I think it's cheaper and more pricey. But you know what? Whatever they need to do to keep the brand alive, I guess they gotta do. I am not a collector of the new Trackmaster. I have tons of the old Trackmaster and tons of track. I went to Toys R Us and stocked up as much as I could when I heard that they were changing it. So I had this big box full of Trackmaster track and engines, and it's just such a nice range to play with. I can't talk about the second Trackmaster range because I don't have any of it. I've never held one, and to be honest with you, I can live without playing with this Trackmaster 2 train. Now, if you're looking for something small and on the go, the right choices for you are either the Minis or the Take and Plays. The Minis are brand new. They come in blind bags. They're little tiny toys. They are very nice to play with, and they're very nice to collect too. They're coming out with several different ranges of them, and they're lots of fun. I picked up some today, actually, and they're just so much fun to play with and so much fun to collect, and they're really cheap. So if you're on a budget and you want some cool little Thomas trains, the minis are a great choice. Take and Play, on the other hand, is made of die-cast. It's a little bit more expensive than the minis. I mean, a little bit by 3 times as much, but the trains are made of die-cast metal. They are redesigning them now too to have round magnets and to use less die-cast metal, but they're keeping that the same price. But you know what, they still have the same concept of the Take and Play, that they pack up easily, so then if you're going on a trip you can take them out on an airplane or at a restaurant or wherever, and it really helps to keep kids occupied. A fond memory that I have is that I still actually have a Take and Play mountain set just over there that I used to take to restaurants with me and set up in the corner, and I would just be busy for hours, and my mom says that it was the best way to keep me quiet ever. So I hope that if you're trying to figure out whether or not you should collect some Thomas merchandise ranges or not, that this video has helped you. I tried to give my opinions on the Thomas ranges. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below and I will do my hardest to answer. If you have any other questions and you want a whole community answer, you can go to the Thomas the Tank Engine Wikia forums. There is a merchandise discussion there. Now, last week's community question was, what episode of Thomas the Tank Engine has helped you the most? This week's community question is, what is your favorite range of Thomas merchandise? You can leave your answers right down there below in the comments, and I love to read your answers, so please send as many answers as possible. So that wraps up this episode of Thomas Talk. Next week, we'll be starting my UK videos. This is the last banker episode and the last, well, I'm not sure if it's non-news related, but it's the last banker episode. So next week, the UK episodes will start and it'll be a great time. It's gonna be a great trip. Anyways, until then, we'll see you all next time.